Ken. Thanks for taking a moment to speak with me.
You bet. What's up?
So, I guess at work we've had a considerable amount of turnover recently, and my responsibilities have increased quite a bit. And I'm just wondering what's a good way to approach my boss for promotion, raise, that kind of thing.
Yeah. When was the last time you had a conversation with your boss about growth, more responsibility, more pay? Give me some context.
I would say when the turnover really started, because it all happened pretty fast. We lost more than half the team. I pretty much immediately went to him and said, "Hey, wherever I can help, I'll help." And he jumped on it and really just started loading me up with quite a bit more tasks.
How long ago was that?
About 2-3 months ago.
Okay. Did you get a raise as well financially?
No, I did not.
Okay, so you've really not had it. All you said was, I know that there's a hole in the dike. I'm willing to stick my finger in it and help.
That's correct, yeah.
So you didn't have a conversation about compensation?
Not at the time, no.
Okay, great. All right, and I'm not getting on you about that. I just needed to know what our last conversation was. So this is my standard advice on this, and this is always going to clarify what you need to be clarified. So you want to sit down and go, hey, 2-3 months ago, man, we jumped in and I think you're pleased. I just want to get an update. I want to connect with you and talk about a growth plan. That's how you introduce the conversation. There's nothing in there about a raise. Now, anybody with half a brain is going to go, oh, probably going to have to talk compensation in this. But by saying, hey, I want to get with you and make sure that we're on the same page and on how I'm doing, what I can do more of. I want to talk about a growth plan. And so when you get into the meeting, you don't talk about a raise. You talk about, hey, here's the deal. Obviously, I stepped in, added more work, and I just wanted to touch base with you. And number one, here's what I want to know. And if you got something to write with, Chris, you can write this down. But number one, hey, I just want to get a quick assessment on where I stand. I know I asked for more duties. You gave me more duties. I want to see where I stand with you. How's that going? Am I doing a good job? I want constructive criticism here. See, that's humility. You didn't ask for a raise. You said, hey, I just want to get a real assessment on how I'm doing. Number two, I would love, and I'm not expecting you to tell me this in this meeting, but I would love to have you think through, are there some additional skills or training to add new skills that you think I could and should develop? Again, this is all about you performing well for him. There's nothing in here about a raise in those first two questions. This is a person who's going, hey, I want to be better. I want to do better. Give me your feedback, your insight, your suggestions. That's really good. And the third thing is you go, hey, and once we come up with some of those things, I would love to talk about how that plays into me getting more responsibility and influence here in my work and how we measure that so that I can not just grow professionally, but grow financially. See how we just dropped in financial there at the very end?
Yeah, I see that.
It's not smoke and mirrors. We're not talking like a politician, but what we're doing is we're putting the horse in front of the cart instead of the cart in front of the horse. And so he or she doesn't feel like they're on the defensive as to why they haven't given you a raise so far. There's humility there and there's hunger. Humble, I need feedback. I want your input. Hunger, I want to get better. But as a result of getting better, I want to do better and get paid more. That's normal. I just think that's the right approach. Now, here's why I tell you to lay it out that way. And I'm teaching you folks as well as I'm teaching Chris right now. Now, Chris, here's what happens. When you lay it out that way, you're looking for one response. Absolutely will do that. I love your spirit. You stepped up. You raised your hand. You've been huge. I noticed it. We're going to take care of you. I love this. This is really good. Let me get my act together. We'll have a meeting in blank weeks or days or whatever. And we come back to the meeting and he actually has a plan. He's got a list of things that are constructive. hey, we'll pay for this training. And I want you to move into this, and we're going to give you a promotion, and this is what the pay is going to look like. It's going to be based on your performance. That's what we want, some type of response like that. Anything short of that response is a red flag for you. And the reason it's a red flag is because we have a leader who is either clueless or intentionally awful. Just doesn't value people. Clueless, a lot of clueless leaders out there. Don't even know what to do with that kind of conversation. Or there are leaders who just go, yeah, no, I'm not going to do much with this. I'm just going to placate them. It's one or the other. And one is unintentional, the other is intentional. And so then now you've got your red flag. Clueless, doesn't matter. Intentional, doesn't matter. We're looking somewhere else. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. I think it does.
But it should give you confidence that you're not leaving prematurely, that you're not being sensitive, that you're actually, you did what you could do, and now you've gotten a real clear message from your leadership. Any questions on that?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up. And I think I have a good plan going forward. Yeah,
it'll work. It will work because it will give you a clear result, one or the other. And if it works in the sense of they step up, great, you just led your leader. By the way, that process right there is a way of leading your leader. They don't even know you led them there, but you kind of made it their decision, was your idea, but you made it their decision. That's wonderful. I'm trying to figure out how to do that with teenagers right now. You know? I mean, I can force my kids to do something, but I would like my kids to feel like it was their decision. Gosh, it's hard. Because we parents don't know what we're doing, and we got emotions and all the things. And gosh, it's hard because we leaders got all the emotions and things. So I don't want to beat up on leaders. But sometimes leaders aren't in a place, they don't have the capacity to figure it out. There's just such a lack of really good leadership in companies. And so some leaders are clueless, and some are just so unhealthy, they're just intentionally jerks. They can't even see you. They're seeing their own issues. So leading your leader is a great, great way to get where you want to go.